Go into any grocery store and you're likely to see a number of self-checkout caches. Now, they're supposed to speed up the process for people with just a few items, but they also save companies labor costs. Well, it would seem that one Walmart in Ottawa was experimenting by adding more staff to the self-checkout area. Now, it's unclear if the move is to curb a rise in shoplifting during the affordability crisis, but it does have some people welcoming the return of human interaction. There are at least a few in nearly every grocery chain, but this Walmart in Ottawa could be scaling back on self-checkout terminals. A sign inside the store says they're testing the full-serve experience where associates will be available to scan all items, including in the self-checkout area.
It'll make grocery shopping a lot longer. Some people don't want to have to talk to people in the checkout lines, so that's going to be a real bummer.
Walmart hasn't said why it's running the test program at this store. However, it follows a number of other supermarkets that have started asking shoppers to show their receipts when leaving the store. According to Statistics Canada, police reported cases of shoplifting rose by 31% between 2021 and 2022. Some blaming inflation and labor shortages for the uptick.
They've always had 3 or 4 employees there in the self-serve area to help bag in theory, but I think they're watching for shoplifters. But no, I just find it strange that they would do that without any warning, because they obviously had a reason to implement it.
Meantime, one Ottawa restaurant is leaning into even more technology. The owner of Grounded Kitchen installed a food locker system for pickup orders. Customers can order online and then use a code to open the door to the heated storage area.
I've been looking to come up with a system that's going to be robust enough to handle the desire to offer awesome service, but at the same time be technical and savvy and slick.
Great for some customers who may want a grab-and-go experience of takeout. All right, so here's the question for you. Do you prefer self-checkout or full service? Interesting split here. 66.7% of you say you like that full service. 33.3% say you like the self-checkout. Let's bring back Dave and Anita. And Anita, I know that you are in that self-checkout aisle or that self-checkout cache as much as you can be, right?
Well, I do prefer the full service, but if I've just got a couple of items, I'm going to zip into the self-checkout because there's never a line and I can go through there faster for just a couple of things than I can over at full service. And I'm one of those people, like the woman on the clip said, I don't necessarily want to talk to people. I hate small talk. And if I'm in a hurry, I just want to get in, get my items, get out. And I'm fairly confident that I can run the machines now after having done it for, a few years. So it doesn't bother me. But when I have a whole cartload of groceries, I definitely go through the line to a cashier because they're going to be faster than me and more accurate with discounts and all that kind of stuff.
Dave, what do you think?
I think we're kind of a fickle group, right? I mean, at the one end, when this all happened, we thought, what do you mean? I want to get a discount because I'm not the cashier anymore, so I'm going to get some money off on that. And then we kind of got to the point where, okay, well, I guess this kind of makes sense. There's some convenience there. And then all of a sudden, well, we're not going to give you bags anymore, so you're going to have to buy the bags. And so I show up with the bags all under my arm, and I'm trying to do stuff, whether it's full service or not. I'm fumbling through it. So with the full service, even there, I'm still bagging my own groceries. So I'm not sure where all of this falls in terms of convenience. But when I watch this, Mike, I wonder what exactly is the problem that Walmart is trying to solve here? What is the real issue beyond the convenience experience? And I have a thought that maybe, you and I aren't first and foremost top of mind for them in terms of why they're doing this.
Yeah, that could be an option for sure. Who do you think it is then, Dave?
Well, I think Walmart's doing it because it's good for Walmart, right? So what problem are they trying to solve here? And it might have a lot to do with the question around robberies and, theft. But I'll tell you, I was in a Walmart recently, and every other person that went through the doors on the way out, the alarm went off and nothing happened. So I don't know if there's a problem with the technology, because I know that when I went through and the alarm rang, I had already paid for mine. I had my receipts. Everything was checked off. Is there a technology problem that they've got here that they're realizing that they need to solve? And again, my point is it's anecdotal, but what problem are they really trying to solve here at the end of the day? And I can't imagine it's about our convenience.
Yeah, and it's interesting because before we take this debate a little wider out, let's take a look at this statement from Walmart. Now, specifically after our CTV News Ottawa colleague went into that specific Walmart, saw that sign that we showed in that story that said that they would be doing this sort of experiment, and said specifically, Walmart Canada is focused on providing the best possible experience for our customers when they shop with us. As part of this, we evaluate the needs of every store and its customers on a case-by-case basis to determine the mix of belted checkout lanes and self-checkouts available to customers. Self-checkouts are currently available and operational in all stores across the country, including in our Ottawa area stores. In all stores, associates are present in the self-checkout area to assist customers as needed. Okay, let's take a step back now for a second here, Anita. When you consider the convenience factor and what is behind it, because we know that you need less staff if you have those self-checkouts. And yes, I think to your point, we've all become a little bit better at it. And frankly, you know, it was every kid's dream, mine included, to scan some of those items because it's really cool to do it. But do you think that that's the bigger issue here, and that is what is behind all of these self-checkouts, making sure that these places are a lot more efficient and that you don't need the labor costs?
I'm sure that's what's technically behind it, is the cost of the labor and the convenience for the customers who want to do that. I mean, we've been doing our own banking and we've been pumping our own gas for decades now. So this is just the next thing that we're going to be doing on our own, and eventually it will just be normal. I think it's interesting that they're bringing more people into the self-serve line where they were taking people out before. And there's got to be a really good reason for that. I mean, the people that go to self-serve, either they're being funneled there or they're there because they want to do self-serve and they don't want to talk to other people. So putting more people there has got to have a reason. And I can't help but think it has to be about the rise in theft, because they thought they could trust us to do our own bagging and our own scanning. And people are showing them that maybe we can't be trusted so much.
Yeah, and it's interesting, Dave. I mean, Anita just mentioned it there. We've been scanning our own stuff. We've been pumping our own gas. You go to the airport, you do your check-in by yourself as well now. You don't need to see anybody at the counter. Same thing for certain fast food restaurants. You're ordering on this sort of giant touch screen as well. When you consider all of those issues, when you consider all of those facts, do you think that we are now evolving into the society, and especially when we showed you that example of that restaurant here in Ottawa that is doing this sort of grab and go where you don't have to interact with anybody even to pick up your food? Do you think that we're better off that way, or do you prefer that interaction with somebody when you're going to visit a business?
Yeah, I think there's a difference in terms of how we deal with and approach retail, because the stories I'm hearing around the self-serve is that people were actually going up and down the aisles and peeling off the $5 off sticker and putting it on the product and then scanning it, and off they go. I mean, they were buying bananas and it was cheaper than the vegetable that is in their basket. So there's a little bit more sophistication behind the scam here. You can't really make a distinction between, you know, premium and low premium gasoline, whatever hit the button. So I think the technology is important. I like the idea around the restaurant, the pickup. That's kind of cool. But it really does deal with or serve specifically to the service being offered. I think the grocery industry is in a tough place here because there are so many items in your basket. There's so much to be scanned. It's easy to be scammed at that level without appearing to kind of doing a grab and dash out the door with somebody chasing you down the sidewalk.
Yeah, and Anita, just in closing here, it's interesting, though, because you know that there are some grocery stores that have these sort of self-scan carts. You put it in the cart and automatically it's rung up for you.
I can't wait to have that available to me. The idea that I could just go grab my groceries and just walk out and it automatically charges me what I need to pay. Now, there would have to be some way of, you know, if you go through and there's a manager's discount or something like that, that you can dispute that and get your money back if there's a problem. But I personally love this idea. No more waiting in lines at all. I'm all for it.
Yeah, whether it be at the grocery store or, hey, let's not forget, at the airport, which is another important one.